Hey everybody, we're live at the Paste Studios in New York with Chelou. Man, thank you for being here, dude. This is great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Glad you made this part of your New York trip. Welcome to the hecticness of this city. I know you've
This
had
is my kind of hectic.
a little bit of time to unwind and surf. And dude, there is surfing here. I'm sure you know. I mean,
Someone told me about a
surfer.
beach here, but I didn't believe it at first. But there's surf as well.
Yeah, it's decent. It's nothing. I mean, it's not going to be the size waves that you surfed in Venice, but there. I mean,
I'm
you can
not
get
very
up.
good, so like the smaller the
dude,
better.
surfing at the Rockaway is fine.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
Fine.
Well, hopefully, if we've got some time, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's a ferry that goes out there, man. It's pretty easy from Wall Street out there and then back. It's a wonderful way to spend some New York time.
Yeah.
And as is this, dude. Thanks for coming and being in our studio today. And congratulations to you on the album. Out of Sight is out in the world right now on your own imprint, Concrete Dog Records. And we're going to hear 4 songs from it today. Can you tell us what's coming up first?
Yeah, I'm going to play Words to Share, which is the first song off the record. So yeah, it's just my version of it, at least. Got words to share, why don't we sit and talk a while? We got roads to burn, let's take it in turns and share the load. And I've got a dream so real, I feel more alive when I'm asleep. I'm not the type to start a fight or turn the other cheek. I need easy living. Money's got me milking the mothership I'm choking on. Easy money, hardly got enough of it banking on your counterfeit. We've got minds to mold, let's take control and teach our young. We got books to learn, let's take it in turns and spread the word. You've got room to fail, don't take it so damn personally. Just find the time to ease your mind and the rest you'll get for free. I need easy living. Money's got me milking the mothership I'm choking on. Easy money, I've hardly got enough of it banking on your counterfeit. Easy, I said easy. Thank you.
All right. How do you like that instrument, man? How are you liking playing that one?
I'm in love with it, to be
Good.
honest. My Gretsch has taken a bit of a battering from touring so much, so this is really fresh and new and nice.
Well, it sounds nice. It looks outstanding, man. It's cool,
Yeah,
man. I'm
yeah.
glad you're liking it.
This is my kind of thing, you know.
Cool. Well, can we talk a little bit about the instrumentation and what do you, on Words to Share on the studio recording? How does that compare to the instrumentation that we just heard just now?
Well, yeah. I mean, Words to Share was one of my productions on the record, so it's very sort of like atmospheric. You know, I was actually using my grinder as the drums on the original recording, so it's got a bit of a different vibe, but it's it's just very ethereal, very like drenched in reverb. So there's a little bit of a beat behind it, but if anything, I think it's just as powerful acoustically because I quite like the words in Words to Share. So yeah, it's I liked it, and obviously on the album, the tracks that I produce sort of have a little special place for me because they're all a bit weird, but my kind of weird, you know.
Yeah. So of the album tracks, how many are yours, and how many did you work with? Who else did you work with on it, production wise?
Yeah, think it's Old Mackie, It's Not Easy, and Words to Share are mine. And, we worked with Maya Jane Coles, over a sort of 3-year period. I was working with her and really developing my style and my sound because I didn't know how to produce before I started working with her. So being influenced and watching her process really led me to start creating sounds and production in ways that I hadn't before. And then Out of Sight, the title track, I was fortunate enough to get in with Cam Blackwood, who'd just come off the back of doing the George Ezra record. So that was totally surreal being in the studio with him. And obviously what we made together became, the forefront of that album, which was, incredible. And then this guy, Lox, who's a good friend of mine, he's worked with this girl called Nao. Sorry, got that right, I think.
Nao.
Yeah.
Dude, I think we're
doing a session, yeah?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. I think that's happening, though.
Yeah,
really
I
soon.
think him and her had probably a similar relationship with me and Maya. They'd been working on records for years. So getting in the studio with him was just really casual, and we ended up producing Ships in the Wind with him. So yeah, that's the thing. I was amazed that any of my production got on that record because I was up against some really incredible producers. So Words to Share was a little token in there.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing it with us in this arrangement today. And I also did want to talk about the title track as well. I know that it's not being played in this session today, but the music video to it is outstanding. I really hope that everyone who's watching this right now gets a chance to check it out. I'm going to drop a link to it in the comment section right as soon as this wraps. I don't want anybody clicking away from this.
No,
we got to watch this right now.
Stay here.
Yeah.
I was just with Robin Einsberg and Chris, who did the animation and illustration in LA, and those two are like the dream team. And what they created was so special. And I don't know if I should tell this to the world, but they ended up becoming in a relationship throughout the process of making that video. So for us, it was all just really warm and sweet. And
that's awesome.
We created something special together, and it's art, but it's transcended music and art now, and it's become real life for them. So. Cool, right?
Yeah, outstanding. Well, congratulations, Robin and Chris. I hope one of them or both of them
sorry
are watching
if I spilt the beans on that, guys. Maybe it wasn't my place, but sorry.
Seems like a fairly innocent kind of a story, man.
That's, for sure.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. So we're gonna hear 3 more off the album. You're gonna do a medley of 2 together right now, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us what's coming up next?
Well, the original Halfway to Nowhere. So it's what people know us most for. Before releasing the record, so that mixed with She Rock, and then we're going to finish on The Quiet. So I'll get to it.
All right.
Cool. for the road until I'm told we've come too far, and then you'll see another perfect harmony. We've been in touch, I know, not much. Another quick one for the road until I'm told we've come too far, and then you'll see another perfect harmony. We've been in touch, I know, not much.
Nice. That sounded great, man. Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah. Can we talk about, since we're in this room surrounded by all the rock and roll history, these tapes, I'm not sure if you got the full spiel or not, but these tapes go all the way back to 1953, man. There's Ella Fitzgerald tape from 53 is the oldest one in here. Since we're in something of a rock and roll, jazz, country music museum right now, can we talk a little bit about what you were listening to a lot of and what influenced you while you were writing this record?
I mean, this record.
Either that or, I mean, dealer's choice. I mean, what did you grow up with? Really,
yeah,
just tell me what you love and
what I love.
We'll
I love music.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. To be honest, I love. You know, I'm a bit like narrow-minded when it comes to music sometimes. So I basically listened to like Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix for about 10 years, from 11 till 20, and like refused to get into the Strokes or any new cool indie thing that happened at the time, because I was like, nah, it's not from the 70s. It's not cool. It's not Neil Young. And then I sort of grew up a little bit and realized how amazing all this other music was, and all these changes. I mean, I can remember being at uni and you know, the Alt J record dropped, and I was like, fuckers, you know, I wanted to release that record, you know, but I wasn't making music at the time. I remember that sound, whether it was his vocals or the production, I was like, damn, that's a sort of guitar music current with this sort of electronic styles, like bringing in a lot of different elements. I remember that really influenced what became the sort of Chelou sound 100%.
Did you by any chance see that when they were, I forget what the tour was when they were doing this, but they had this massive surround sound thing. It was like a 200 channel mix going on, and they'd set up 200 speakers all around. I saw that at Forest Hills. Alt J did that when Kamasi Washington opened for it. And it was the coolest thing that I saw all year.
I mean, the closest thing I've had to that is being in the Berghain and feeling the bass pump through my feet to my head. Like that was something resembling that. But yeah, them and the XX, I think, really were the influencing factors into like the more electronica sound that Chelou is, because I still consider Chelou like a folk. Like the way I write music is still, you know, with my acoustic guitar by myself, being a little bit depressed and morose in my bedroom, you know, as it's always been. But But yeah, I think just the way, like, the shape of music is constantly changing, and I don't think it's a bad thing. And I'm sitting here dealing with equipment which about a year ago my brain would have just melted trying to use, but here we are with like an 808 drum press processor, which is like the most basic form of drum processing, but for me it's like top end of my skills as a musician. So I just love the fact I can be here, and the little things like certain samples that are only made through my sort of weird meddling as a producer. I can never actualize that stuff live because I have no idea what I did in the studio to get that. So the ability to bring those sounds in, I think, have really helped me continue what I'm doing and have a slightly authentic Chelou sound, I suppose. But the truth is, it all stems back to, like, Neil Young, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Iggy Pop and the Stooges, Raw Power. That's, still the best album ever, to me, because of its energy and its... And, I always wanted to be like a Jack White, Black Keys, like heavy rock band. And I just smoked too much weed or something, and it all became real down tempo. So yeah, here we are with this whole setup. But it's it's the classics always for me.
Good. Well, this is definitely the appropriate room. Did you see the Iggy Pop tape that is right
no,
behind
I
you?
didn't.
Yeah,
is it behind me?
It is. And if you look, you're looking right at it right now.
So
just to the left of Dire Straits is the Iggy Pop tape in that bit, in that tin. Left.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, there you go.
86. Yeah. Damn. They were the good years, right?
Right.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm still young at heart, but
potentially healthier years than the mid 70s.
Yeah, I mean, look, that guy outlived Bowie and Prince,
also.
so I mean, he's doing something right, old Iggy.
The Prince tape is right there.
See, I'm part, like, I feel part of the history here now, which is incredible.
Yeah, and literally, as soon as this wraps, your performance does become a part of this archive. So it literally is part of it. Yeah.
Oh, well, an absolute pleasure to be here then, man.
Yeah, man, and a pleasure to have you, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna hear a fourth song off of Out of Sight.
It's actually from the first EP, The Quiet.
Okay.
So this for me is where it all started, and I've got my little sister with me in this box. You'll hear, but she's, the whole idea behind The Quiet was I had this little bootleg recording I did of her singing In the Jungle, The Quiet Jungle, and just extracted that little vocal sample, and it's it kind of was the song that got me to where I am today. So I owe it all to my wee sis Felicity Jane Gray. She lives out in France, so if you're watching, big love. Finished. All right, okay. Found my head upon the hillside, buried deep beneath the dirt. Inside were things I try to hide, 'cause I know how much they hurt. Silver lining and tapestry, survive the test of time. broken dreams and memories. All that's left to remind. I chose your sport and chase your game, and marked my losses, took my feats in vain, and came always second back. Tried to be different, but turned out just like the rest. Silver lining and tapestry, survived the test of time. Broken dreams and memories, all that's left to remind. Don't let it break you. I know it's hard to accept just a shot, so don't let it break you. I know it's hard to accept just a shot. Just anyone who's listening, I don't play piano very good. Just putting that one out there. But,
Dude,
yeah.
I enjoyed it very much. It sounded
Thank
great
you.
from where I was sitting. So thank you for coming and doing this. And have a great show at your fall tour. Your first headlining tour is kicking off in Toronto on September 14th. You're back in Brooklyn at Baby's All Right September 17th.
Yeah.
There's a number of dates, including the Moroccan in LA on September 24th. And they're all up at chelou.co.uk. So, man, thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute honor.
All right, thank you.
Cheers. Take care.
All right.